My name is Frank Graffeo, and I am the Executive Director of the Joy of Music School. If I took you on a tour of this building, I'd start on the outside and let you get an idea of what the neighborhood is like, show you how close we are to downtown Knoxville, to the freeway. We're really proud of the space we have. You come inside the building in the lobby, it's a very welcoming place. There are families and kids there with their siblings of our students. There are 2 pianos in our lobby. We are proud to display the name, the James Dick Building. Mr. Dick passed away not long ago. He's the founder of the organization. It's always nice to remember him when we come into this space. So we would pass through that nice lobby and enter into the reception area where Miss Barbara or Miss Michelle are receiving kids, checking them in for their lessons, making sure they meet their teacher. In there we have posted photographs of all of our volunteer teachers, photographs of kids from performances, pictures of our staff, and there's a nice area for parents and siblings and little ones to wait as well. We've got mural on the wall, there's books and toys, and it's a very welcoming environment. We're really happy to be able to provide that for the families. When you pass through the door, the main door, and you go into the area where the studios are, you'll see on the wall photographs of kids from performances past. Every year we make a commitment to the kids. We're going to put them on the stage in a professional theater, the Bijou Theater in Knoxville. And it's a transformative experience for the kids. We're delighted that they can tremble onto the stage and stride off of that stage, having accomplished something really, really great. So you would go around the space and see all the different studios we have. We have 11 teaching studios. All of them have pianos. Some of them have 2 pianos. Continuing the tour, I would stop off at the area where all of our kids' names are listed on the wall. We have every kid's name and the weeks of the year in a grid. That is our system whereby we keep track of the kids earning their achievement stars. The kids have to adhere to 4 criteria at the end of every lesson. The teacher checks with them. Were they on time? Did they stay for the whole lesson? That's number 1. Number 2, did they bring their materials? You'd be surprised how sometimes kids show up for a trumpet lesson without a trumpet. We need the students to practice. They have to also be polite to their teacher. At the end of the lesson, we require them to say thank you. When they meet all 4 of these requirements, they get a star for that week. And of course the kids save the stars, they rack them up over time. The more stars they have, the better prizes they can pull out of the star prize cabinet. We also post in the volunteer area a representation of the students' achievements and the teachers' achievements in strictly musical terms. We have a 26-question rubric, and we have the teachers fill out these questions. My student can play a piece from memory and how long it is, or my student can identify note values or rest values. That, in a way, serves as a proxy for a curriculum. Because we have such a wide range of age and experience among our teachers, ranging from 17-year-old high school students teaching young children to University of Tennessee music professors with PhDs, mid-career, to 70-year-old plus retirees, we realize we can't impose one curriculum on everyone, but we do need to know how well they're teaching and what they're teaching. So this helps us do so. And we can track our progress and make improvements. The main room of the building is where we have rehearsals and ensembles and board meetings, staff meetings. We keep our African drum collection in there. The room is very used, it's very busy, it's always full of stuff, equipment, instruments, children. It's really the heart of the school. Our instrument collection is extensive. We are donated many, many instruments. Almost all of them are used instruments, so we spend a good deal of money repairing and keeping them in playable condition. But it may seem like our 400 instruments is too many for 160 kids, but we make a commitment to the kids that if their instrument becomes unplayable, we will hand them one that is playable and get the broken one fixed. So we have to keep a lot of instruments at the ready. We do spend considerable resources making sure that instruments are ready, strings are replaced, reeds are ready to go, mouthpieces are in order, you name it. And for our kids who play piano, we don't want to leave them out of the formula. With all the other kids bringing their instruments home, the pianists need something, so we send them home with a keyboard. So the kids can practice at home on an instrument, an electronic keyboard that they take home. We're also really proud of a program we have where we can actually place a piano in a student's home. If the student's showing progress and the family seems ready for it and the household can take it, we will put a piano in the house. It's a bit of a trick, more than you might expect. I mean, a lot of our families are living in 1- and 2-bedroom apartments, government housing, that sort of thing, and there are all kinds of rules and regulations about what can go upstairs and how thin the walls are and what the floors can hold. All of it seems to be doing battle with this notion of, can we put a piano in there? But when we do get over all those hurdles, we put a piano in a household, and it changes everything. Everybody in that household plays the piano, everyone touches it, it just becomes a part of a family. We're really happy about that. These pianos are like our ambassadors out in the community. We've got almost 20 pianos out right now with kids. And I dare say move-in day is maybe the proudest day. Of course, for a child to have this instrument that's bigger than maybe everyone in their family brought into the household, and the child knows it's just for her. It's for her to practice on. It's her musical instrument. It's a great experience for a young person to see that and feel that, be proud of it. But also move-in day is for all the other people. For example, if they're in an apartment complex or housing complex, everybody in the complex sees these big burly guys lifting a piano and carrying it up steps and whatnot, and they ask themselves questions about music. They come to conclusions about children when they realize the piano is there for a child. They'll hear the mellow practicing sounds of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or whatever it may be through the walls, and people think about what music means to a kid. And of course we think about it all the time, but we're glad that these pianos are like ambassadors, and they get other people in the community realizing a child has to start early to become expert in music. And whether they're virtuosos or not, the process of learning and dedicating themselves to practicing and getting better at something builds up children into wonderful adults. Music doesn't just come out of speakers. You know, you press a button and music comes out. It starts with a child. It starts with someone dedicating their life to practicing and engaging themselves with this art form, which is also a discipline, which also builds children in intellectual ways. We're really proud to be a part of that, spreading that throughout the area. It makes the Joy of Music School have an influence wider than we might imagine.